Back to what do you mean? Make me understand. I'm your host, KingPrince21. Today's guest is a guest I had on previously. Her name is GiGi. Hey, GiGi, what's happening?
Hey,
I
what's
brought her
up?
back. We had something we wanted to talk about, and maybe some of you guys want to hear the story. Um,
Oh boy.
but click that subscribe button, leave comments, leave suggestions, leave negative stuff. I don't care. I want to improve
Mm.
so I can help you guys. I'm here to help you. So, with that said,
Yes,
let's
we are.
start this one. And this is called Our Story. This is me and Gigi's story from 1986, 87. So,
Okay.
Gigi, want to start off how
Me.
everything was what?
So, I'm not really sure how I met you.
Well, we started dating.
Um,
Let's start. We was in elementary.
I
Excuse me.
mean,
We were in
we
junior
were in
junior
junior high
high
school.
school, and
I
we were
don't know
dating.
how it happens,
Yeah.
but junior high. So I meet this guy here. Um, and so, yeah, he's just the sweetest, nicest, the most lovely person ever. Um, was always good to me. Um, always looked out for me. Our families meshed really good, and we hung out and kicked it and did stuff and whatever. And
So we're gonna tell you what brought us together.
so,
That she's trying to beat around the bush. Cause just say it. Let's get to the meat of it. You try. It ain't nothing to be scared
you
of. The
know
truth is the
what?
truth. You can't you
Look,
can't you can't change the truth. You can't make up the truth. Just tell the
no, we
truth.
can't. Okay, so we were friends and whatever. And so, long story short, I'm 13 years old. 13.
Yeah,
Was I
I'm
13?
I'm 13. I was
Oh
15.
my
Yes, I was
goodness.
15. Yeah.
Wow. 13 years old, I meet him. And so I get pregnant, not by him. Sorry, y'all. Um, and guess what? The guy he stepped up and he's like, it's my baby. We gon' whatever. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
That's how it was
you
for
gotta
many
realize.
years.
Yeah, it was like she was like my first love. She was like my
Hmm.
really first. I want to say she was my first love. Actually, my first
I don't
love.
know about that.
Well, name
I
my
don't think
first
so.
serious love because well,
AG. Who's AG?
yeah, I forgot about AG. AG
Mhm.
was that summer before
Yeah. Oh, I remember
before
her.
you.
See? You see how I remember that? I remember that.
That was the
hmm
summer before we got
But
together.
you ain't think I remember that, did you?
I almost
Uh-huh.
forgot about
I
that
did.
one. Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
that's
but
all I heard about
it's
was her.
age, yeah,
Anyways, we were young and stupid and
yeah.
too young to be doing whatever.
Mm.
But whatever. We weren't even doing nothing. The
Oh, we
fact
wasn't. No,
was
no, no.
he was we him
We
mm-hmm.
used to
King
hold on.
was
Let me tell
and
this.
I
Let me tell the part before you
okay.
continue. All right, we used to
Go
hang
ahead.
out. We used to hang out. We used to go get our little money and put it together, and we would go to the corner store
Mm,
and pay somebody to get us one
go to Chef
forty.
L.
Go to 140, a champagne or some. What's that drink that everybody can't stand now? I bet you can't. I bet you don't remember it.
To
You get
Alizé or something.
no. Alizé was a pass. That was paid.
Um,
It's
I
an
don't
MD though.
know.
It's an MD, but what kind of MD was it? It made
Uh,
everybody throw up.
they had the
Well,
shoot. What is it? God dog it. I see it. I see the bottle. What is it?
orange,
Who?
orange Jubilee.
George. God dog
Oh
it.
my goodness!
Ugh.
Everybody,
That just made my mouth water. Sorry.
everybody
Yeah,
in the hood
y'all, that
drank
was
this,
so gross.
and everybody in the hood
And we were
threw up from
disgusted
this.
and sick.
Everybody threw up from
We
this.
were sick as hell.
We got it
And
every
that was
time.
a whole nother
That's
story.
that's the stupidest shit is we kept getting the same shit
We so
over,
dumb.
but
Like,
it was
who did that?
But we would
We was stupid as hell.
we would go down, we'd
Yeah.
get our beer and our champagne. We'd go in the basement
Yeah.
and
Shampoo and
yeah, put on Dana Dane with Fame and we act
mm-hmm.
like dancing and all that. So yeah, we
Yeah.
hung out. We go to dances, school dances,
Yeah.
basketball games. Um,
We had fun.
we had fun and we had
It was good.
we were me
And
and
so,
me,
anyways,
me
I
and
get
Gigi
pregnant,
dated. Hold on, me and
and
Gigi. Let me tell this one. Me and Gigi dated, but Gigi broke up with me and she moved on. I moved on. All right.
you
So
know what? Stop.
now, so go ahead. Now, so go with Gigi gets
Mm.
pregnant.
So Gigi gets pregnant, and so Gigi gets back with Prince, and so um,
I claim this. I
I
claim this
mean,
child. I
we were
claim this.
friends, always friends, and our moms were
Close, yeah.
close, and they always kicked in, and we hung out at each other's house, and all of that stuff. And so, okay, so I get pregnant by a random, and was what it was, and he's like, okay, so in full disclosure, I go, my mother takes me to get an abortion, and coming to find out, it was too late. It was way too late for me to abort this baby. And my mother was like, well, you're going to have a baby. Was what it was. And so I get home and I had a private phone line in my bedroom, at the time. And so Prince calls me and it's like, um, just say it's mine. And I lost my mind. And I said, okay. All right. I panicked and I said it was his. And our parents thought it was his. And he stepped up and was there and he huffed and puffed to the hot. Listen, I go into the late. You want to tell this part or me?
Well, let's back up a little bit. So, as I want to talk
It
about
was.
the pregnancy. Hold on, let's.
I'm
You
trying to
remember
cut it
this?
short.
Your her mom actually just kept telling her, "Well, you sure keep getting fat," and she wouldn't say, I remember that. I remember that. You remember that, right?
Mm.
And I was just look at her,
Well,
and she,
yeah, I skipped over that.
yeah,
Yeah, because I didn't tell her. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
she didn't tell it to like the last. Like she said, it was
But
too
then when
late.
she took me for the
It was too
abortion, it
late.
was
It
too
was too
late.
late. It was too late.
And so
So yeah,
he
so
stepped up
I
because
went.
he's a good guy, ladies and wifey. Yeah, I know. Y'all know he good. He all good in the
So,
hood.
so I was cutting
Um,
school because I was worrying that she's gonna have the baby. So with time going, so I'm worried about she had the baby. So I've been cutting school all the time, thinking the baby about to come. So one day I decide to go to school. What
yeah.
happens?
And then I go into labor
He
in school.
goes into
He
labor.
had freaking
John
school
Marshall.
of all days. Nigga ain't been to school in like 25
He
weeks.
saw no parts of school.
He
So
goes to school that day.
so
What?
my mama had a escort. So I come home. I was like, "Mom, she in labor. She in labor." So I get there. So she said, "All right, let's go." So she let me drive. So I'm just punching this escort. Now where she was at was like across like 45 minutes away. So I'm punching
Oh
it,
God,
driving
so
it,
far.
driving. I'm punching it, punching it. So we get real close, and the car starts to putter it.
That was a hot mess. I'm like, what's the chances of that crap, right? Oh Lord.
So I take off running. So I'm running. So where we stopped at, because in Cleveland there's number streets. So where we stopped was like 123rd. The place she stayed
Oh,
at was
oh, you was
220.
super far.
220
Oh, that
something.
was. I didn't realize you was that far. It
So
wasn't
I
that 220. It wasn't that far, but that was
it was
two.
up there. It
Yeah,
was
that
up
was a
there.
little. It was a minute. It was a
It
second.
was up
Yeah, it
there.
was.
So I'm
Yeah,
running.
yeah. It was
My
a. It
sis-
was a hump, and then
sister,
it was a hill
yeah,
that you had to go up.
I had to run down the
You had to run down the street and up
Euclid.
a hill.
I had to run down Euclid
Run down Euclid and up a hill.
and then
It
up a
was
hill.
crazy.
So my
Yeah, it was
sister,
crazy.
I got my little sister. She running behind me, trying to keep up. I'm trying to get there. So when I get there, she
Mm-mm-mm.
done already had the baby all dressed up and everything. And
No, she was just wrapped up in the
uh,
little thing, and he he came. He's standing in the doorway, huffing and puffing, and the baby, me and the baby, just laying there like, hey, he all huffing and puffing hard.
oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
dude, where you been?
Yeah. Like I got to play the full court, like 8 full courts of
That was
basketball.
the best thing ever. It was
Uh,
the sweetest and just the craziest, the best.
I,
It was everything.
I don't
But
know.
you got there.
I
You
got
got
there.
there, and
Yeah,
that's all
I
that
destroyed my
matters.
mom's car. My mom's car, her motor went out in her car. I was driving that little excavator. I blew the motor in her
Sorry,
car.
Karen. Sorry, Cassandra. Sorry, honey
Hey,
bun.
what's your
Sorry.
name? And that's that lady. She gonna want some.
Oh,
She gonna want a residual for that new
some money.
excavator. You know how
Okay, I
shady.
give you a couple
You know
dollars. I'm
she.
sorry.
You
I'm
know she.
sorry.
She knows she got that shade on her, so you gotta gotta
I'm
watch
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, she. I tore up her
Sorry.
car. But yeah,
Yeah, you did.
I
It
actually
was crazy.
she actually when that happened, I actually got my first job because I was trying to take care of
Be
be a
somebody's
husband.
daddy.
I was trying to be a
And you
husband,
knew that.
and be a daddy. I gotta start working at
Yeah.
Holiday Inn as a busboy. Remember
Oh,
I bought you that ring.
yeah.
Remember I bought the ring for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
sweet.
committed. I just
He's a sweet guy.
no
So sweet.
some of
You
us some people
really, listen, I'm going to tell you, you really were
sucker.
the, no, no, no,
But some
no,
people
no.
look at this and
Honestly,
say that.
honestly,
Some people will
honestly,
say look at
y'all,
that.
listen. This guy was really the first example of the sweetest person. Other than my father, a father figure, other than my dad, is just sweet and caring and loving. And so I am eternally grateful for that. So thank you. I
You know.
appreciate you
So
very much.
uh, glad I
But
helped you. You
yeah,
know, anybody who know
yeah,
me,
whatever. Shut up.
everybody know. Whoever those who know me know my heart, and I always try to be good to everybody.
Nah, you ain't.
Nah, you're right.
You ain't.
But for fellas,
But whatever.
you
Anyways,
know
he was
I
my
can,
baby daddy before he was my before he was my baby daddy. Let's just cut to the chase. He was my baby daddy before my baby daddy was.
I was the baby daddy for the baby daddy
And
was the baby daddy.
so he not my baby daddy,
No,
but he's a good dude, and it's all good. And we cool still to this day. 30, almost 35 years later, 36 years, because she'll be 35 coming up. Hell, it was more,
yeah,
yeah, well,
35.
yeah, about that.
Yeah,
So she'd be 35 coming up, but 36 years we've been friends, and we good. We got this. See what God do, y'all.
yeah.
This what He do.
But like
Here we are.
so
We still
let me
friends.
let me put
Shut up.
some knowledge on this though. Let me put
Hmm.
some words of wisdom with this. Did what I did because, like I said, this is my heart to help people. It's so much I
Oh,
want to.
thanks for thanks for being your goddamn charity case.
No, don't take it like that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Would you let me finish my
Just
spiel
kidding.
before you keep
I'm
cutting me
kidding.
off, you giant turkey?
Have
But
you met me? No,
no.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so you know what? We didn't mention that one of my best friends tried to date her before.
Oh Jesus. Oh
before we
Lord.
before we go into the
Oh.
knowledge
Oh.
part, and
Oh boy. Oh boy.
the point, and
Oh
the
boy. We gonna talk
inspiration
about my
part.
boo. We talk
Yeah.
about my boo right now.
So yeah, my
Oh
close
Lord.
friend, he
My
tried
boo.
it.
That's my boo.
So
Hmm.
tell what happened with my closest
Lord
friend and you.
Jesus. Okay, so what happened was this was junior high school. And so in junior high we used to pop popcorn, I guess on Fridays or
Smell
whatever. And it was
games.
like about to be it was create games and Fridays. It was Christmas break. This was Christmas break in particular. So Christmas break, Mr. Man, cousin, What we calling him,
Call him
Mr.
cousin. We'll
Man?
leave it at
We
that.
don't
Yeah.
call him cousin.
He'll know who he is.
Um, and so he know who he is. So he's like, can I walk you home? Which was so cute back in the day. That was everything still, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. And mind you, I'm getting sick. I felt like I was getting strep throat or something. Something was popping. I wasn't great. This is the Friday before Christmas to the 2 week break. Okay, so we had popcorn. And so Mr. Man, he eating popcorn the whole time on the way home, walking me home. And so he walks me to my side door and a whole mouthful of pop. I mean, it had been swallowed, but it was still in his mouth. And it was just a whole mouth of popcorn. And he just, don't give me, you know, I love you. You know who you are. And you know, I love you like chocolate cake. But he had a whole mouth of popcorn. And he was like, can I get a kiss? And I'm looking like, ew. And I was getting sick and not getting sick physically, but just I felt like I was catching a cold or coming down with something.
Oh, what you
And I
want
was,
to?
and I saw that popcorn in his mouth, and he was like, "Can I get a kid?" And he was so sweet. I wanted to kiss him, but I couldn't kiss him with that popcorn in that mouth.
Wait a minute,
And
wait
so,
a minute. So you liked my best friend more than you liked
I
me?
mean, he's sweet. You know, he's sweet as pie. Come on now. Come on. You know
Okay.
he's sweet. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't like him like I wasn't trying to stop it. Don't do that. I wasn't trying to be with him,
Uh,
but he's super sweet. And I probably gave him a peck or something. But
and had
he had that
popcorn on your
popcorn in
cheek.
his mouth,
You had
and I was like,
popcorn on your
no, thank
cheek.
you. He had popcorn all in that trap, and I was like, oh Lord. And I was getting sick, and I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, I'm catching a cold. I think that's what I told him, which I was.
Right.
I had the flu. I had the
Right.
full blown flu. So it was a good thing he didn't kiss me. And you know who you are, and I love you so much. You
You know what?
know I
I
love
didn't
him.
mention. You know what I didn't mention?
He know I love him. He know who he is, and I
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah.
He
Whatever.
know. He already know who he is, and
Mm.
I love him like chocolate cake. So stop it. You know. But
To
yeah.
mention about
Sorry.
I forgot
But
to.
that popcorn was just like, ugh. He knows that. I think he knows that story.
Yeah, he
So,
knows that story. But let me tell you.
hmm
What about? Let me tell you the two stories about the real baby daddy that I had. The problems that I had with the real baby daddy. So
oh
I
God.
we stayed in those who know the Kinsman, Harvard, and Miles
Mm.
connection. That back
When
then,
that happened at the Glendale, you talking
I'm
about?
gonna talk about that one, and there's another one. So,
Ugh.
she stayed on Harvard, and back then
hmm
Harvard, Kinsman, Miles, all those didn't get along. So it's like we were
hmm
in two different
hmm
neighborhoods.
hmm
So I used
Okay.
so I was walking to go see her one day, and her baby daddy happened to be at the park. So him and his cronies,
Oh
about
God,
it's
they
about
chased him to
it's
my
about
house.
it's about seven of them. No, they didn't chase me that day. They didn't chase me that day.
Oh, that day.
Not that
Oh
day.
God,
So I
that
walked
was
up.
disgusting. I was so mad and so pissed, and ooh. Anyway, go ahead.
Tell the story.
Sorry.
You gonna let me talk?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So I'm walking to go see her and the baby. And so
hmm
dude just stopped me, they surround me and it's like, hey, I heard you got GiGi pregnant. I was like, nah,
Mm.
I didn't get her pregnant. You got her pregnant. And he said,
hmm
no, I didn't. Then why are you
Piece
claiming it?
of crap.
I said, well, because somebody else didn't claim it. So
hmm
so I was like, so anything else? They said, nah. So I walked off. So I get over there, I tell her that, what happened. So one of his cronies, which was one of my friends, also came to her door, and I was
mm
like, "Hey, is King Prince there?" And she's like, "Yeah, he come here, come out, cause you was cool with him too." So I go outside and the homeboy's like, "Hey, kid, I almost say my name. Hey, Prince, um, what's
Yeah.
going on?" I say, "Nah, man." I said, "You look like you're a little buzz." He said, "I am." But I'm about to take
Mm.
you. And he swings, and I just lean back, and he misses. And I grabbed him. I was like, man, what are you doing? He stopped and said, man, I don't know. I'm sorry. And he leaves.
Mm.
After we get off this line, I'm gonna tell you who it was because you know who it is.
Oh
So
wait, because I'm like,
yeah,
wait a
once I
minute.
tell you, you don't remember
I
this. Yeah,
don't even know.
because I
Okay,
came back in the
y'all, I
house.
don't even know who you talking about
Huh?
because that's crazy.
Yeah, so I came back in the house. So then
Wow.
so that ended
Okay. Huh.
that day. So after
That's
so
interesting.
me and Gigi, we stopped messing with, we stopped talking to each other for a minute because there's things that have happened. So I was coming out of my
Hmm.
house one day, and the baby daddy and two of the cronies are driving down my street on Kinsman. So I'm
Mm,
walking down the
mm,
street, and
mm,
they pull over. It's like, what's up? So all three
mm,
of them jump out and say, what's up?
mm, mm,
So
mm,
the baby daddy I square up with, then the other two get out. So I said, all right, I got
mm,
something for you. So I take off running. So they chase me. They didn't know that I was
mm,
going to my partner's house. So they chased me all the way down the street. And when I turned up in the driveway, they turned up in the driveway. And when they turned up in the driveway, it was five of my homies sitting in the driveway waiting on me to show up. They
Good
bagged out
night.
so fast and took off. so
I'm so embarrassed
so
that
uh,
that
so hold
happened. I'm
on.
so embarrassed, and I'm so
Hey,
sorry that
no, but let
happened.
me tell you some get back. I got some get back because I was also I got crazy people that I was cool with. So one
Mm-hmm,
this is after,
mm-hmm,
so this is some, we're gonna say some time went by, and we
mm-hmm.
sitting at my house, and me and my homies we sitting there drinking. So
Oh boy.
should I say this one part? Yeah, forget it.
Yes, please do.
So I was dating this girl. So I was dating this girl, and we were having relations. So
Hmm.
I thought I released in this female. So I started
Hmm.
crying, because I
Okay.
did it. Okay. And I was like, you know what? And then for
We
some
were like
reason,
12.
oh,
We were like
no,
12. No, I'm just kidding.
no,
I'm just kidding.
uh,
I'm
but no,
kidding.
no, no.
Stop. Don't
But
answer
so
that.
I'm
Stop.
not. So afterwards, and I come out, my homies, they was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" Like, man, I did something. It's like for some reason, her baby daddy came up, but we dropped now. So it was four of my homies. And
Mm-mm.
I said, "Forget this. We go get this."
Stop it.
So we say, "Let's go." So one of my homies like, "I'm gonna stay back here with the women. Y'all go and go."
Oh, Lord
I ain't gonna. We'll
Jesus.
talk about him later.
Jesus.
So we ran. So
Jesus.
we ran from Kidsman all the
I'm
way to Harvard,
killing.
where baby daddy
I
stayed at.
can't. You're killing me over here.
So my homeboy knocks on the door, and I'm standing in the
Oh
bushes,
boy.
and he asked for baby daddy.
Ah,
So the
stop.
person said, they gonna go see if they're in there. So my homeboy's like, I ain't got. He looked at me and said, "Kel, I ain't got time to wait." He grabs a big brick and busts out the window. We take off running. So I go back. We go back, and I'm at
Oh
home
my
crying and boohooing
gosh.
and going
I'm gonna
off.
tell you something.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. What?
Oh, you done? I'm
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
I was thinking out loud.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
you
one.
done?
Yeah, that's one of the crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
I
part of the
didn't
crazy.
know. I didn't know half of this. Okay, yeah, I didn't even know some of this story, which is crazy. I'm just y'all.
It's the things
I'm
I went through.
just
It's the things that you
learning.
didn't know.
I'm okay. Listen, y'all. We. I promise you, I'm just learning some of this now, which is crazy, right? It's called messiness, I guess. Like whatever, but yeah, that was like a million. That was literally 35 years ago, 36 years ago.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So let me get back to the message. So my message, and my inspiration, something for you to think about. I mean, and there's a lot of people that got, like I said, I got a great heart. I love people. I'll do anything for anybody almost. But
Hmm. Hmm.
there ain't no but. Good things come to
Yeah,
those
but
who there's good things that if you do somebody right, something good's gonna happen to you somewhere down the line.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
and sometimes I'm not saying she. Let me make me she. I'm not saying that Gigi neglected. or not neglected. Took no. Let me finish my conversation. Stop breathing. Took advantage of me,
Thanksgiving.
but we were young. We both were
Stupid.
young, and we were still trying to learn how to be people, teenagers,
Grown
adults.
ups.
We were trying to just learn.
Yeah.
So she had to go her separate way to walk her walk. I had to go my separate way to walk my walk. But sometimes you
Yeah.
have. There's sometimes when you meet people in that middle, it's that time.
Mhm.
That's your season together. That's your season to do what God wants you to do in that season. So just
Yes, he
because it
does.
doesn't work, you still
Mhm.
continue on. But don't don't look at it as a negative. Don't look at it as I wasted my time. No, you learn. I learned something from that. I became a better person from that. I still care. I still do care stuff. There's more stories you'll hear about stuff that I did that most people wouldn't do. It might come off like some of you, my old Jesus say I'm coming off as a sucker. That's fine. But
No,
but
absolutely
but
not.
but it helps me become a better husband that I am now to my wife. A more understanding to
Yes.
my wife. It helped me
Better
become
husband, better father,
a better
better
father,
human,
a better grandfather,
better human.
a better person.
Period.
So
Yes,
take your
absolutely.
take anything that happens to you and don't dwell on it. Don't hold it. Take it as a learning experience.
Mm,
We're all life is nothing about learning. So you learn something and move on. And
yeah,
it does hurt. That
it
relationship hurt
does.
me. It hurt me at that time, but it helped me. So
Mhm.
take
Yeah.
anything that happens in life, look at it as a lesson. With
Yeah.
that being said, you got anything else before we go, Gigi?
Um. Oh no. Um. Yeah.
All right, so
No.
let me hit my spiel.
We live and we learn.
We
That's
live
all
and
we
we
can
learn.
do.
That's what we're gonna keep doing. So let me hit my
We
spiel
just
before we
keep
go.
moving.
Like the brother, great earthquake said. Earthquake, I ain't stealing from you. Just like I what you say, bro. So don't sue me. Put God first, and everything else will follow. Until next time,
Yes,
it's
sir.
been Prince Kelly Kill. Y'all know my real name now. Prince. No, my name is KingPrince21. Everybody know me as Kale. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the box. Also, hit that subscribe button. I forgot how to speak English after this long conversation. Uh, Gigi, I'll see you next time. We'll get something else going on. Thank you for being on the show.
Okay, Ray.
I'll let you
See
later.
ya.
Bye.
Holla.